Your job in your manifestation process is just to focus on the emotion. When you focus on the emotion, you actually can control timing because the emotion is unconditional. There's no resistance. The emotion is the best way and the easiest way and the fastest way to get to your manifestations, to get to the physical reality where you'll see what you want, to get to the full realization of everything that you want. It's the emotion. And the thing is, you have to focus on the emotion for the sake of the emotion, the unconditional. Because when you focus on the emotion to make something happen, now you introduce resistance into the equation. You have to master the art of allowing, which is thinking about it for the fun of it. Because when you're thinking about it for the emotion, now you have free range. Now you can think of it as much as you want because you're having fun in the process. And you see, we want you to have fun in the process. The law of attraction is going to do the rest of the work because you have already lived a life that has caused you to launch these rockets. And these rockets went into this vibrational reality. So you have caused this vibrational reality, and that vibrational reality is being tended by source. Law of attraction is also responding to your inner being's point of attraction, and your inner being is in that vortex. So what you want is known, it's clear, it's assembled, it's ready. And so any conversation that you have is strictly just for your fun because you like being deliberate. You like having your hands in the clay. You like being in on the process. And the best way to do that without introducing resistance into the mix is by understanding that you don't have to do it anymore because you've already done everything. And that really is the hardest part because you're used to paying a price. You're used to doing something, but there's nothing that you can do because the energy that creates the world will do all of it for you. All you have to do is just be in the receptive mode. That's really it. In any conversation that you have regarding your desires, you can practice the receiving mode on those desires by focusing on the emotion for the sake of feeling the emotion right now. And in that case, then the absence of what you want really doesn't matter anymore because most people, they want the things to fill the void that they feel. But the only thing that can really fill the void is the alignment, is the wanting something and move it in the direction of it. And you see, you have lots of desires. You have enough desires in that vortex that will last you many lifetimes. So you never have to worry about running out of desires because contrast will always help you clarify. And so it's always about the next thing that you're onto, the next thing, because by the time that manifestation comes into the manifested form, the physical reality, it's old news. It's like a gum and all the flavor has been chewed out. It's no longer something you care about. You're into the new. You like the new. And as kids, you were taught that was being greedy. You should appreciate what you have. And you should appreciate what you have so you don't push against it. You should appreciate what you have because in appreciating what you have, you're a match to all the things that you do want, all the future tense things. And so the fastest way to get to where you want to go is by one, focusing on the emotion, and two, focusing on where you are and what you like about where you are, focusing on your appreciation, making peace with your reality. And so as you make peace with your reality and as you find the emotions of what you want, and as you feel for how will it feel, why do I want it, how will it feel when I have it, and as you have these emotional, unconditional, general conversations, then you actually put yourself into the receiving mode. You practice the receiving mode, and you see when you're dreaming to make something happen, then the dreaming feels like work. But the thing is, none of this should feel like work. It shouldn't feel like hard work. It should never feel like, when am I going to get there? Because I'm so tired. It should never feel like that. Because when it feels like that, that means that you introduce resistance into the equation. And usually you introduce resistance into the equation when you think about something that you're trying to get to. When that ulterior motive. That's the thing is, the ulterior motive is making you tired, which is, I'm going to offer this thought to make it happen. And so you have to get out of the attitude of I'm going to make it happen, because with your action, you know that you can make things happen. And that's why you like action, and action is a part of the process, but you want to have inspired action. You want to be inspired to act. And that happens when you focus on the emotion long enough and there's enough momentum. And when you focus on the emotion, you're going to enjoy the momentum. You're going to enjoy the speed at which things are going. You're going to enjoy the purity of your own vibration. You're just going to have so much fun. And that really is the prize. The emotion is the prize. And as you focus on the emotion, not to make anything happen, but because you genuinely just like feeling good right now, then you're seeing manifestations all over the place. Because most people, they're too scared of fully being okay without their manifestation. Meaning they're going to offer this emotion to get to the manifestation because they're scared that if they're not thinking about their manifestation, then it's not going to come. But you see, when you understand this vortex and you understand that your inner being is thinking and holding what your vortex into being, holding all of your desires into clarity, into focus, and is literally the vibrational holder of everything that you want, then you can let go of that I need to make it happen. You can relax into this attitude of, okay, I can't get it wrong, and everything is always working out for me. That's the thing. Everything is always working out for you. And sometimes you can't see, but it's always working out for you because there is no source of evil. That's only a source of well-being. So that can only mean that everything is working out for you in a way. Sometimes it's unseen at first, but as you get into the vortex and you start to value the contrast, you start to appreciate it. And you're a creator. You're a very powerful creator. And we're saying focus on the things that you want for the emotions. For the emotions, don't focus on the emotions to make anything happen, because then you get too invested in the outcome. You get invested in the manifestation, and then you slow everything way down, because now you introduce the fact that you can't see it. And you see, when the manifestation is surprised, then you don't really know how to embark on your journeys. You don't know how to make it all the way, because most of the time you're just about to, because you understand this. So you understand the vortex, you understand going general and going specific, you understand how to control your point of attraction. You understand that all you can do right now is feel better, and in feeling better, you're actually shifting your vibration, which is what feeling better means. Since you shifted your vibration, you're getting an emotional response, and that emotional response is letting you know what you're doing, what your mix of vibrations is doing. And when you calibrate your frequency, so you're going upwards, so you're finding the best feeling thought, then you're going to feel the manifestation of an emotion, of an improved emotion, of the positive emotion, of the feeling better. I feel better even though I'm still poor. I feel better. And that is the manifestation. That's the only manifestation that you have to focus on, because when you focus on that manifestation, the law of attraction will literally give you more and more, and there will be enough momentum that you will start to see everything that you want. But you see, when you're focused on the vibrational alignment, so you're feeling good, you're feeling really good, but then you're only feeling good for the sake of the physical stuff, the manifestation for the outcome that you think is so glorified, because of course you did come to create physical things, but the physical things are really not the main event, right? It's about the energy flow, and usually you understand that. But the thing is, you're focusing on what the energy is flowing to and where the energy will lead you to, instead of focusing on the joy of the energy flow, because you're creators. And as creators, you like having these ideas, you like having these desires that you can think about, and thinking about, you actually feel good. You actually feel the energy of it. You feel the emotion of it. You feel the negative or positive emotion. You feel yourself going with it or not going with it. You feel the resistance, and then tweaking the resistance so that you're in full harmony with this desire. This is a desire. That's exactly what a creator does. And so when you're on your journeys, you could be feeling really good. You could be in vibrational alignment, but then you get confused because you don't see any physical evidence yet. And so then you get confused, and then you get discouraged, and then you turn around. Then you go back into your old ways, because now you're confused. Now you're like, what's going on? Because I feel better, but I don't see any manifestations. And that's what we're saying. We want the manifestation that you can focus on, and that you can, that you can trust, and you can know is the positive emotion. Because if you're feeling positive emotion and you continue going in the direction of positive emotion, then you have to get to where you want to go. But even in saying that, then now you get ready to see the manifestation. The thing is, when you get ready to see something that you can't yet see, you introduce the fact that you can't see it right now into the equation, and you shut everything down. So we're like, you need to hold that off. You need to hold the fact that you can't see the manifestation yet, because it's not a reality yet. And that's not a lie either. It's a vibrational reality, but it's not a physical reality. You can't observe it with your eyes yet. You can observe it with your emotion, and that's what we're saying. We want the fact that you can see it right now with your emotions to be like you're seeing with your eyes, so that there's no dissatisfaction, there's no daylight, so to speak. So your expectation factor is going through the roof, so that you believe in things. You don't need to be like those other people who, since they can't see anything, since they can't see any of the evidence, you understand, hey, it's already 99% completed right now in the vibrational reality. It's already done vibrationally speaking. And even though I can't see it, I can feel it. And me feeling it is a vibrational interpretation, the same way with my eyes, because this entire reality that you call so real, this current moment, this now moment, is really a vibrational interpretation that you don't need to interpret anymore. This now moment is the old reality, so you don't need to focus on it. And then you start, because when you factor in how other people think about you, and how you know what that is, when you factor in how other people feel about you, you're making it up. You're making up how they feel about you. You're seeing yourself out of the eyes, through the eyes of other people, and you always shut yourself down. The receiving mode shuts right down, because you feel powerless. You don't have power over what they think, but you do have power over your own alignment and your own point of attraction. And you know what? Nothing anyone says matters. Their opinions don't matter. You don't have to convince any of them. You only have to convince yourself. And convincing yourself is easy, because if you can feel it, then you're soon gonna see it. But don't be worried, or don't be fixated on the seeing it, because then you don't really focus on the emotion. Because when you really focus on the emotion, then the manifestation has to come. But most, they don't focus on the emotion purely, and that's okay. Be nice to yourself, be kinder to yourself, because it's a vibrational interpretation thing going on. So sometimes it feels like the universe will give it to you, but the universe is already revealing it to you. It has been revealed, but you need to realize it. You need to be in the receiving mode long enough for there to be momentum, so you can realize this, so that these vibrations, they mature. You're the allower of these vibrations to mature. Because if you're not the allower, then you're the disallower, and it's like you step on these plants and they don't grow, they don't grow into the full crops that they could be. And that's because you're like, I don't see any physical evidence, I don't see any physical proof yet. And since I'm physical, I need physical proof. And we're saying you have to trust in your vibrational proof. You have to understand that you're more vibration. Yes, of course you did come for the physical reality, but this physical reality that you're sensing with your 5 senses is really not a physical reality like you think it is. It's more of a vibrational reality, because even in its physicalness, it's still a vibrational interpretation. So in understanding that it's a vibrational interpretation, then you understand that the only thing that really matters, the only way that you can really perceive that really matters is your emotions. Your emotions are sophisticated, and your emotions matter a lot, because if you're feeling good about your manifestation and you continue in that direction, then you have to get to where you want to go. But if you don't understand that it's the emotion that you're looking for, not the physical manifestation, then the fact that the physical manifestation isn't here right now, you get discouraged, you get confused, like, where am I doing it right? And we're saying, if you feel good, then you're doing it right. You're doing it right. And have fun with this. Have so much fun with this that the absence of your desire is simply something that doesn't matter to you anymore, because you're having so much fun. And then you'll say to others, I'm just having so much fun in my life. I'm having so much fun in all of my manifestations that it doesn't even matter if it comes or not. And in fact, I'm not even doing anything to make it happen anymore. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm thinking about what I want, and I'm getting really specific because I need that high energy, because I need that fast moving energy, because that's who I am. I'm not doing anything to make it manifest, because that's not my job. My job is just to be happy. My job is to live happily ever after, and I know how to do that. But in living happily ever after, sometimes I get bored. And when I get bored, then I start thinking about the things that I'm interested in. And then I feel the energy move. And as I feel the energy move, I know that everything that I want is going to manifest. But I don't get too focused on the manifestation part. I only focus on the energy flowing, how good it feels to think about this thing that I really want and enjoy the idea of it and fantasizing about it and dreaming about it. That's power. That is the power of non-resistant thought. And friends, you have access to the power that creates worlds. So you can really bank on these emotions. You really can, because these emotions are as real as they're as real as your eyes, and no one else can see them but you can. You have proof. Once you can feel it, then you have proof. And once you feel it, then you can keep those thoughts of, oh, it's not here yet, at bay. Because when you're not in the vortex and you think about what you want, then usually the thoughts range from, how come it's not coming faster, to, I don't think I'm gonna get it. And in that case, that's not the time to think about what you want, because when it feels tense, when it feels like hard work, then you introduce resistance, and you should slow it down by going general. You should focus on something else. You should change the subject, go to sleep, do anything to focus on something else, or to break the cycle of focus. But if you're feeling good, then lay on the specifics, and we think that you're feeling good more of the times. And when you're feeling good and you're being specific, then life is sweet to you, because the stream is going fast and you're up to speed with it. And a creator like you needs that speed, because that speed is what you're built for. You are a machine that's built for speed, and speed is what you have to have. But when you introduce the manifestation, which you think is the real prize, then the speed is thwarted by that resistance, and then it feels jerky. Then it doesn't feel fun. But that the secret to your fast moving stream is the emotion, because when you focus on the emotion, then there's no resistance. That emotion is unconditional, and then you get it all, and you get to be happy in the process of all of it. You don't even have to work hard. You just live happily ever after, and the universe does all the work for you. That's what you came here to experience.